thoughtful. Imagine this: your liver, one of the hardest working organs in your body, sitting there quietly in the background, filtering toxins, processing nutrients, and keeping you alive. And what do most people do in return? They drown it in sugar, starches, and cheap oils until it becomes inflamed, sluggish, and packed with fat. Welcome to the epidemic of fatty liver disease, something so common in the United States, the UK, Canada, and Australia that you can practically throw a rock in any direction and hit someone who has it. But here's the good news: it doesn't have to be this way. Unlike many chronic conditions, fatty liver is not a life sentence. With the right changes, you can literally reverse it. Not manage it, not slow it down, reverse it. The silent epidemic nobody talks about. Fatty liver, also known by its fancy medical names, NAFLD, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and NASH, non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, is what happens when your body stores fat in the liver where it doesn't belong. In the mild stage, it's just fat. In the more serious stage, NASH, the liver also becomes inflamed, which can lead to fibrosis, cirrhosis, and eventually liver failure. And this isn't some rare, exotic disease. 30 to 40% of adults in Western society have it. That means 3 or 4 out of every 10 people you know are walking around with a liver crying for help. Even worse, kids are getting it too. 1 in 10 American children now has fatty liver, some as young as 3 years old. Teenagers are showing up on liver transplant lists, not because of alcohol abuse, but because of soda, French fries, and too many processed snacks. If that doesn't make you shake your head in disbelief, I don't know what will. The shameful truth is this: fatty liver is 100% preventable and 100% reversible with the right lifestyle choices. Yet, doctors often shrug it off or don't even mention it to their patients. That's like watching someone drive toward a cliff and not bothering to shout, "Hey, maybe stop?" Why you should care. Why does this matter? Because fatty liver isn't just about your liver, it's about your life. It's the leading cause of liver failure and liver transplants today, beating out alcoholism, acetaminophen overdoses, and even hepatitis. If you're diabetic, overweight, or insulin resistant, your odds skyrocket. In fact, up to 80% of people with type 2 diabetes have fatty liver. And when your liver goes bad, it's not just your liver that suffers. The ripple effect touches your heart, your kidneys, your hormones, your brain. A sick liver is like a bad boss. It makes the entire workplace miserable. But here's the part that makes me optimistic. Fixing it doesn't require some miracle pill, an expensive supplement, or a sketchy liver cleanse advertised at 2 a.m. on TV. It requires one thing: changing what you eat. The 80-20 rule of fixing fatty liver. Let's cut to the chase. When it comes to healing fatty liver, about 80% of your results will come from one big, obvious change. Stop eating sugar, starches, and refined carbs. That's it. If you walk away from this article with only one piece of advice, let it be that. I'm not just talking about candy bars and sodas. Yes, those are bad. But so are the healthy-looking foods. The fruit juice with a picture of an orange on the label, the low-fat granola bar, the whole-grain cereal, the pasta that claims to be good for your heart. All of them are sugar and starch bombs. The liver doesn't care if it comes from a can of cola or a bowl of organic oatmeal. Once broken down, they become glucose and fructose. And fructose in particular is a troublemaker. Unlike glucose, which your body can use for energy in many cells, fructose gets processed almost entirely by the liver, and the liver, poor thing, doesn't have many options. When overloaded, it turns that fructose into fat and stores it right there in its own tissue. That's how you end up with a fatty liver. So yes, that means saying goodbye to soda, fruit juice, pastries, pasta, white rice, and bread. Before you panic, let me reassure you, your life is not going to be sad and flavorless without them. You can still enjoy rich meats, delicious vegetables, butter, eggs, avocados, cheese, and all kinds of satisfying real food. Which brings us to another culprit you might not expect. The villain in your pantry. Vegetable oil. Here's a cruel joke. Vegetable oils don't even come from vegetables. They're industrial seed oils. Canola, soybean, sunflower, safflower. Extracted in factories with chemicals and high heat. They're unstable, packed with omega-6 fatty acids, and highly inflammatory. That inflammation primes your liver to lay down even more fat. If you want to give your liver a fighting chance, toss those bottles in the trash today. Cook instead with real fats that humans have used for centuries: butter, olive oil, avocado oil, lard, or even bacon grease. Your grandma cooked with them, and she was probably healthier for it. The 20% extras. Now, once you've handled the 80%, ditching sugars, starches, and bad oils, you can think about the extras. These won't save your liver if you're still guzzling soda, but they can give you an edge. Vitamin D. Low vitamin D levels are often associated with worse fatty liver. Taking a supplement might help, but more importantly, get outside and let the sun hit your skin. Metformin, glucophage. If your doctor prescribes it for type 2 diabetes, it can also improve insulin sensitivity and indirectly benefit your liver. Omega-3 fatty acids. Instead of buying a fish oil capsule the size of a golf ball, try eating grass-fed beef, pastured eggs, wild-caught fish, and grass-fed butter. These foods are naturally rich in omega-3s that help calm inflammation. Again, these are bonus points, not the main game. Don't obsess over supplements while still eating donuts. What not to do. This part is important. There are a lot of gimmicks out there, and they're not just useless. Some are downright harmful. Liver cleanses and detox teas. Waste of money. Your liver is already the best detox organ on the planet. It doesn't need a $59.99 powder from the internet. Statins. They lower cholesterol, not liver fat. They won't fix fatty liver. Actose, Avandia, or similar drugs. Research shows little benefit and more risk. Don't go there. Bariatric surgery. Sure, it can force weight loss and improve liver fat, but at what cost? Rearranging your digestive tract permanently is not a substitute for learning how to eat properly. Liver transplant. The last resort. And by then, it's not just your liver that's at stake. It's your entire life expectancy. Don't let things get that far. The good news. Your liver forgives easily. Here's the part that should make you smile. Your liver is remarkably forgiving. Even after years of abuse, if you stop harming it, it can regenerate. That's why fatty liver is so unique compared to many chronic illnesses. Within weeks of changing your diet, cutting out the sugar and starches, switching to real fats, eating nutrient-dense foods, you can see measurable improvements in your liver function tests. Within months, fat can literally melt out of your liver. It's like giving your liver a vacation after years of overwork. Let it rest, and it comes back stronger than ever. The bottom line. Fatty liver is everywhere, in adults, in kids, in diabetics, in people who never touch alcohol. It's a disease born of modern diets overloaded with sugar, starch, and fake oils. But it doesn't require a pill, a cleanse, or a miracle cure. It requires subtraction, not addition. Stop eating the poisons that damage your liver, and it will heal. So, if you remember nothing else, deackage the sugar, starches, and grains. Act it the vegetable oils. Act it real whole foods with healthy fats. Consider small extras like vitamin D, omega-3s, and metformin if prescribed. Do that, and you won't need a liver cleanse, a dangerous surgery, or a spot on the transplant list. You'll just have a healthy, happy liver doing what it was designed to do. Keep you alive and thriving.